Hey folks, this is Billy DKY, the truth seeker that simplifies and demystifies. This is going to be dark energy and dark matter. Okay, so basically science has something that it doesn't understand. It seems all mystical and complicated, so many details. Well, guess what? I guarantee you when they figure out dark energy and dark matter, the answer will be extremely simple. It won't be complicated at all. So, basically, I think I've already got it figured out. However, I don't have any way of proving it, and obviously I could be wrong. This is based on my own understanding of how the universe works, and if there actually is any physicists out there or people who are studying physics in school, you know, comment with me. I really want to solve this thing. I think it's really solvable, or at least I think I can point physicists in the right direction to look for the answer. And basically, here's how the world works. The truth repeats itself endlessly. So the answer is right here in front of us somewhere. It doesn't take billions of dollars to figure it out. I mean, don't get me wrong, you have to eventually dig into the details, but the answer is right here if you know how to use your mind. I know it is. I just can feel it. I know it's here. Because every time that I've conquered something in my mind, the answer was always right out in front of me. I just didn't know how to look at it and interpret it correctly. And once I did, boom, it was so simple. It's like, it's right there the whole time and I didn't see it because I needed to change the perspective. Okay. With that said, let's get into it a little bit deeper. Let's talk about this world, what I know about this world. These are facts. This is not debatable. I mean, you can debate it, but you would be, you know, a little bit crazy. This world is nothing but patterns with a little bit of randomness in it. And if you look at all the maple trees, they're all basically the same kind of pattern, same kind of trunk, this and that. That's why we call them all maple trees, because they look relatively the same. They got a pattern that you can recognize. Just like all hickory nut trees, and they have a pattern that you can recognize and call it their same family. And so, if you look at everything in this life, it's nothing but patterns with a little bit of randomness sprinkled in. And so, notice what that says. That says life is, you can code it. There's patterns in life, however, is beyond complete codification because of the randomness. Okay, so that's this world. So here's my theory on dark energy and dark matter. Okay, so let's think of what the opposite of that would be. All patterns, all randomness, no patterns. So I think this dark energy and dark matter is energy that doesn't have patterns in it. So the energy of it, or the mass of it, is felt, but it cannot be perceived with the senses. So that's what I'm thinking is really going on. And to give some examples right here on Earth, or maybe not perfect examples, but ways of thinking at it, I think are pretty close. Let's look at a Hollywood movie. You've got your main characters, you've got the main characters, the main storyline, but then there's also, one second. But you've also got all the supporting characters, the scenery. Without the scenery and without the supporting characters, and I'm not even necessarily talking about the characters are interacting with them specifically, but the people walking in the background, the crowd or audience, if they go anywhere, those people are necessary to have that story told. Without those people, there is no story. The story can't really be told. And so what I'm looking at when I'm thinking of dark energy and dark matter, I think it's the same way. It's supporting role of this energy, of these patterns. It's supporting it in some way. You know, it's background energy that keeps us all together somehow. And another analogy I like to use is the brain. You know, it's not necessarily, you know, like the firing of synapses and all this stuff. Well, there's stuff around all those connections too that insulates it. You know, not all your brain is connections. There's connections and there's not connections. You know what I mean? The insulating stuff around those connections. And I sort of look at dark energy sort of like that. Or even sort of like a baseball game or a basketball game. You got the players going on. You got the things going on. There's rules. Dark energy may be sort of like the rules of the game. It's having an influence on the game, but you don't necessarily see the rules. You see what I'm saying? It's supporting it's like a supporting, I don't know how to say it. It's just, anyway, it's supporting energy. That's all I think it is. So, I don't know. I'd be interested to hear what your theories on it. And if there is somebody out there that really does understand this, or, at least has the details of, going to college and learning it and really has some solid information on it, I'd really like to talk to you, because I really believe we can solve this, or at least I can point you in the right direction so you can solve it. The right area to look. Sometimes just knowing how to look at a problem. And here's what I've noticed, because like I said, I'm a mathematician. I'm really good at solving problems. What I've found is, if you believe an answer is there, it makes it a lot easier to solve. Because I've known that a lot of times I would have give up on a problem, but I knew the answer existed because, it's been done before. So I was like, and you see it too with research and stuff. Once somebody knows it can be done, it's like it brings up a non-quitting attitude in others that makes them solve the problem. And I truly believe this answer is, relatively speaking, simple. I think the answer is already there. I don't think it needs a bunch of money spent on it to solve it. I think it needs more mind power. I mean, Einstein didn't revolutionize physics because he had tons of money. He revolutionized physics because of his brain, his intuition, the way he was thinking. He was thinking outside the box, outside the mechanical world that Newton physics was putting on him, that, basically that's the way it was. So he's like, well, maybe it ain't that way. Maybe it don't have to be that way. So anyway, these are just my theories. Like I say, I don't know for certain, but I feel like I'm right on the answer. I just need somebody else that knows, that's caught up in the details to work together with to solve this thing. So anyway, like I say, comment, let me know what you think, and if you like to say you're good at physics and stuff, let's talk about it. Anyway, later folks. If you wouldn't mind, please rate 'em.